Peace and grace to all. Good to be together. Yes, many of the people who you see on the streets, and yeah, thank you, are what would be referred to in a position of hurt. In fact, most of the world seems to be just floating about in a state of survival, doing everything they can understand not to feel like a victim. If you're trying to survive, you already lost. It brings me no pleasure to remind everybody of the game. It brings me no pleasure and great tickling pleasure to remind everybody the game. Just saying, the game, rules to the game for those who don't know. You play the game, you lose the game. The game is a reference that's been going on for decades. Welcome to the game. This is the final round. Sirens.
Thank you.
And you. Thank you. Sirens always seem to come about whenever we're talking about something serious. Whenever we want to get serious and whenever we want to go over important things, whenever we want to sharpen steel, call it what you want to. Whenever we attempt to level up as a whole, sirens, you are going to hear them. You know, and sirens are a blatant distraction. You know, like that poem, Slithering Bones. Check that out again. Slithering on the channel. In case you didn't get it the first time. I am a distraction because you are focused on an illusion. The serpent says, listen. Check out Slithering. You can get the rest. Call it what you want to. Some people would say that's shameless promotion. Some people would say that's some good recycling. I'd say it is what it is. I mean, yeah, right and wrong. Let me tell you something, right? Here's what's wrong: being too afraid to make whatever move you think is best to get you to where your goal is. Self denial, self deprivation, willfully hurting yourself within your understanding. That's wrong. Not knowing that there will always be something that tries to create some noise to take away from your focus. Well, that's ignorant. And ignorance is wrong. Refusing education because you think that it's going to hurt your understanding. Well, let me tell you, the worst thing you can do is not try to find out. It is a wise man who says, why? See, there are suggested routines on how we execute all actions. Yes, if you have a goal, there is something that you can do which is currently understood to be the most effective action at this time. And yes, there is suggested ways to do. And thank you for being. There are suggested ways to do everything. Okay. Yes, that is to acknowledge that, as with any prescription, it can be used for purposes outside of its original design. You know, consider that everything we do to alter our state of mind and being is technically an attempt, an action of getting high. Scientifically speaking, anything that's intended to alter your chemical state is a drug. So let's be fair. The whole world is on drugs. It's not do you do them, it's which ones do you do. You know, sex, food, exercise, shopping, sleeping, love, hate. Every single thing we do is a drug. I mean, hell, even God is some people's drug. Call it what you want to. Everything in this world has a price. You. You pay with yourself. You pay for your dreams by giving up yourself. By giving up the things you that do not that mean less to you than the parts of you which you cherish. That is how you build a God. And gods make worlds. You know, it let me say this in the oldest way I've heard it said. Odin sacrificed himself unto himself at the tree at the base of the tree of life to discover magic. Magic and miracles are reason and science yet to be understood and explained by the mundane mind. All being is one, which means as a material being, I am an expressive reflection of your understanding, as all things are. Everything that you witness is a projection of your understanding. You're talking to yourself. You're talking to yourself. You're talking to yourself. Because there's nobody else here. And let me say, it doesn't, we can't call it stolen because it's paid for. You know, it's paid for by the energy that someone went in to take this item that somebody had put in their spirit to take from the general public. How can anyone say that anyone stole something which was gathered and originally belonged to the all? Are you trying to tell me that the city does not belong to the people? Are you going to tell me that the land does not belong to the people? Are you going to tell me that any of this would work if we stopped working? Buddy, let us get this straight. Let us know what we're actually saying. You hear all that distractive noise? Because we talk truth. Nobody has a right to claim anything. I can speak in I statements and provable facts, or I can be wrong and oppressive. I will say that I believe that they, we, are not wrong for the things that they disagree with. I will say that if anybody wants to say anything about it, they can take it up with the court. Let's make it democratic. Power to the people. You see, we need to do this again. We'll talk. I'll see you next time. Let's go home. Come on. Come on.